I'd like to ask Taavet to come on stage and talk about disrupting big traditional incumbents in the financial space. Please.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. So my name is Taavet. I'm the co-founder of Transferwise. So I'm an immigrant from Estonia. And in Estonia, I was very lucky to meet Niklas and Jaanus. And so I became the first person in the Skype team and was part of the journey for a long time. At some point during the journey, I made a move from Estonia to London. However, as I made the move, I was still on the payroll for Skype in Estonia. So every month I had to walk to my bank in Estonia and transfer my living expenses to London. And every month I realized that I have to stand in line in the bank, I have to pay a large transaction fee, and yet the money that arrives in London is still much less than I thought. So I met Kristo, who is now my co-founder. He's another Estonian guy, and he was living in London, and he was getting paid in London, but he was sending some money to Estonia every month. And he had the same experience. He walked to the Lloyd's bank, stood in line in the branch, sent some money to Estonia, and then a part of it went missing. So we started talking about it, and we realized there's a much better way of doing it. So as we did next month, I transferred money from my account in Estonia to his account in Estonia, and he transferred money from his account in London to my account in London. So both of these are local transactions, so they are free and very fast. And we looked at the interbank exchange rate on Reuters and used that to make the exchange. And boom, it worked. Very quickly, we had both saved thousands of pounds in bank fees. So we set up a Skype chat room back then with a couple other friends who had similar need. And basically, we were in the chat room saying, hey, I need £1,000 in London. And someone said, yeah, I need euros in Estonia. And we were just using this kind of a little collective way of bypassing the banks and saving each other money. And then we started thinking that there are lots of other people who have a very similar need. So we built Transferwise. We built it out of personal frustration. We built it to help other people who need to transfer money abroad. We launched Transferwise in a very lean startup way. We built a site. It looked much worse than it does today. And we launched it, and 15 minutes after launch, the first guy sent us £2,000. That was about 3 years ago. That was a moment of, shit, what are we going to do now? So what's Transferwise? It's a very easy way to make international payments. It's available on the web, also available as a mobile app, both on iOS and Android, and it works in an incredibly simple way. You go on the site, you say, I'm sending £1,000 from here to France. You enter your details, then you enter the recipient's details, either account number or their email address, and then we take money from a debit card, and boom, it's done, within 1 day. And we always make the exchange at the interbank mid-market rate. And we charge a transparent fee, 50 basis points for the service. We're actually in the business of changing behaviors. I believe that we're moving on from a period of universal banking, where you would use your bank for everything. You would use your bank for lending. You would use it for credit, for money transfer, for asset management. We're moving away from there. We're seeing there's a rise of specialist tech companies who are much better at providing certain services. So if we look at money transfers, then we're doing pretty good there, having transferred more than £1 billion of customers' money. If we look at lending, then there's all peer-to-peer lending and lots of other stuff happening there. Asset management has Nutmeg and Wealthfront. So number of different sectors where new companies are doing much better than the incumbent banks. The challenge for all of us is to change human behavior, to get people away from using their bank to using another service that's usually much, much better. If we look at money transfer specifically, then we've stumbled upon a very large industry. There are 200 million people who either work, live, or study abroad, and altogether these people and small to medium businesses are transferring trillions of dollars every year. And the worst thing in this industry is transparency. These people don't know that banks are hiding most of their fees in the foreign exchange rate. So typically, if you go to a bank, the exchange rates they give you has a 3% markup. So if you're sending £1,000, you lose £30 in a hidden fee. If you're sending 10,000, you lose 300. That's pretty bad. So what's been behind the growth of Transferwise? It's very simple. It really starts with having a superior product. So what we're doing on the product side is we're offering very fast transfers for very low cost and in an incredibly easy to use way. Banks are not really known for providing good user experience. I strongly believe that consumers today want their bank to behave very similar to Skype or Spotify. Very fast, very transparent. So we're making banking as easy as Skype or Spotify. Then if you have a superior product, that ends up with having customers who love the service. Our growth is largely due to word of mouth, and our customers are incredibly evangelical about Transferwise. And that means you get into a word of mouth spiral. For every customer that uses you, they tell about you to all of their friends who have a similar need. And our customers tend to be in concentrated circles. So the Estonian expats in London tend to hang out with each other. International students, they tend to hang out with each other. And we're looking for ways to make them talk about the service, and that in return generates a lot of growth for the company. So in the 3 years, we've transferred more than £1 billion of customers' money, and we've been growing the business around 15–20% a month for the past 2 years. And the team has grown from the 2 of us to close to 200 people now. And as I mentioned, the market we're in is tremendous. So I do believe that even though we've been going for 3 years, we're really just about to get started. And the business is venture-backed. We've raised money from a group of great investors, Peter Thiel, Richard Branson, and others. And I leave you here with a sample review. So we have more than 10,000 reviews on a site called Trustpilot, and most of them look like this one here. Incredibly positive and evangelical. Thank you very much.